Hello and welcome to the fifth video tutorial on percentage. In this video, we are going to be discussing questions based on quantitative comparisons. There are a few questions which are like a refresher for you, just to make you understand the concept of percentage more deeply, so that you have no issues on your test day. So let us begin with our today's tutorial. Okay, the question that I have selected as a refresher goes something like this. Rihanna sells sandwiches for $10 each. If the price of the sandwiches is decreased by 20%, what will be the new price of a sandwich? Now the question is more or less the same. It's the same question that we've been doing in the last few videos. The only difference is the price of the sandwich, which is denoted by $10. So we do not have a numeric value for the price of the sandwiches, right? Now it says that the price is of the sandwiches is decreased by 20%. Right? So for that we are going to use the formula, which is the new change is equal to 1 plus minus percent change divided by 100 into original. Now we know that the price of the sandwiches is decreased by 20%. So what we're going to do is we're going to write, we're going to subtract 1 by 20 over 100, since the price has been decreased, and since the original value of the original price of the sandwiches is T, so we'll write it as is. And 1 minus 0.20 into 2 is equal to 0.80 T dollars. So it is 80% of the price of the original price, right? Now let us refresh our memories and discuss about percentage increase or decrease. Whenever there is a percentage increase or decrease in something, what we do is we apply the formula, that is the new change is equal to 1 plus minus percent change over 100 into the original value. Let's suppose we have a value which is 80. And we increase it by 20%. Now increasing a value by 20% means multiplying it with 1.20 to get the new value, right? Similarly, in case of decrease, what we do is we subtract the decrease by 100, right? So if we have a value like 120 and we're asked to decrease it by 30%, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the original value, that is 120, with 0.70 to get the new value, right? Many times the students are confused between the statements which say of the and greater than or less than. Now let's see how we can remove this confusion of ours. Now there's a question which says in 1965 a radio cost $75. In 1980 the cost of the radio was 80% of the cost in 1965. Now over here we have to find the cost of the radio in 1980, which is 80% of the cost in 1965. Simple, right? This is equal to 80 over 100 into 75, or 0.80 into 75, which is equal to $60, right? If you just convert the statement into an equation, you will be able to solve the question very easily, right? Without confusing yourself. Now in the same question, okay, let's see the same question with a little twist in the statement, or a little change in the statement. Now it says that in 1965, a radio cost $75. In 1980, the cost of the radio was 80% greater than the cost in 1965, right? So if it says the cost was greater than 80%, the cost was 80% greater than the cost in 1965, and we need to find out the cost of the radio in 1980, what we're going to do is we're going to simply multiply 75, that is the cost of the radio, with 1.80 by applying the formula, which is new change is equal to 1 plus minus percent change over 100 into original. Here we have percent change as 80, and we're going to add 1 with 80 over 100 because the cost is now 80% greater than the original cost, and the original cost is $75. So we're going to multiply the 1.85 with 75, and we're going to get $135, right? Now let us have a look at quantitative comparison questions. Now our first question says that town X has a population of 1416 and 300 people in town X speak French. So you have column A, which is asking us to find out the percentage of people in town X who speak French, and column B has the value 30. Now what we're going to do is we're going to simply find out the percentage by dividing 300 by 1460 and multiplying it with 100, which gives us 21.20% as our answer, right? Which means that 21.2 in column A is less than 30 than the value 30 in column B, so our answer would be B, which means that quantity B is greater than A. Remember, we used to do these percentage questions in our school as well. We used to divide the part by the whole, and then we used to multiply it by 100 to get the percentage, right? We usually did it with our result. We used to divide our marks achieved by the total marks, and we would multiply it with 100 to get the percentage of our marks. Okay, this quantitative comparison question says that Alina pays 150% more for a wholesale appliance than Zen pays. Alina's retail price per appliance is 15% greater than the wholesale price she paid. Zen's retail price is 185% greater than the wholesale price he paid. Now in column A, we have Alina's retail price, and in column B, we have Zen's retail price. And we'll compare the two retail prices and check which one is greater, or both are equal, or the price cannot be determined, right? Now for the wholesale price, let Zen paid $100 for an appliance, right? Just keep your standard price and set it at $100 so that your calculations become very easy. So if Zen paid $100, then Alina paid 150% more, which means that Alina paid 100 into 2.50, which is equal to $250, right? 150% means multiplying the total, multiplying the original value by 2.50. Okay, now the retail, so by that count, retail price would change automatically. Now since Zen's retail price is 185% greater than the wholesale price he paid, so Zen's retail price is equal to 100 into 2.85, which is equal to $285, and Alina's retail price would be 250 into 1.15, which is equal to $287.50. see, Alina's retail price per appliance is 15% greater than the wholesale price she paid. Right, so if it was $250 for that she paid for as wholesale price, her retail price would be $250 into 1.15, which is equal to $287.50. And we see that Alina's retail price is greater than Zen's retail price, and hence our answer would be A, which means quantity A is greater than quantity B. Okay, our next question says that A and B are positive, meaning they are not negative or non-negative numbers, and 35% of A is B, which means that A is greater than B because 35% of A is B, right? So if A is 100, B would be 35. But let's see what the question is asking us. Now column A says A over B, right? And column B is giving us a value which is 3.5. So we do not need to calculate anything for B. What we're going to calculate is column A, which is A over B, right? So let's take A as 100. So if A is 100, then 35% of A is equal to B, which means that 35 over 100 into 100 is equal to 35, right? So A over B is equal to 100 over 35, which is equal to 2.857. So by that count, our quantity B is greater than quantity A, because 3.5 is definitely greater than 2.857. Easy, right? Our next question on quantitative comparison says that yesterday Emma had 40% more pencils than Luca had. Today, Emma gave 20% of her pencils to Luca. Now, column A says number of pencils that Emma now has, and column B says number of pencils Luca now has. So we basically need to follow the question step by step. First, we have to set a value for the number of pencils that Luca has. And for that, the best value would be 100 pencils, right? So if Luca has 100 pencils yesterday, then Emma would be having 40% more, which is equal to 100 into 1.4, and which is equal to 140 pencils. Now, today, Emma gave 20% of her pencils to Luca, which means that Emma gives away 140 into 0.20 of her pencils to Luca, which is equal to 28 pencils, right? 20% of 140 means 0.20 into 140, right? Now, if Emma gives away 28 pencils today, then Emma will now have 112 pencils left, right? And Luca, if he gets 28 pencils from Emma, then Luca will have 100 plus 28, which is equal to 128 pencils. This means that number of pencils that Emma now has is 112, and the number of pencils that Luca now has is 128. So obviously 128 is greater than 112, and therefore our answer would be B, which means quantity B is greater than A, right? With this, we come to the end of our 5th video tutorial on percentage. I hope you've understood it very well, and within a couple of days, I'm going to upload the 6th and final video tutorial on percentage. That video tutorial will have questions based on data interpretation. So please stay tuned, keep watching GRE Quant 2020, keep your spirits high, be positive, and goodbye for now. Thank you.